Let's get it. It's fight night tonight, baby. It's fight night tonight. Fundora Thurman, Itauma Franklin, undercard lit. Both undercards lit. It's time to cook today, baby. Time to cook.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a
Yes,
brick.
sir. Send those
Dog hit
notifications
me
out.
up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad
Send those
jump shot,
noties
so
out.
he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Dog hit me up. Shorty on my line told the bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. Louis,
Louis, what's the deal?
Nigga, we talk. Got a 9 on the mission, nigga. Watch, we talk. Meet me on the
Hit
block.
that like button. Send out those notifications.
To them chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white. Let my vision flash. Got my hand on them birds, about 100 in cash.
Let's go.
What's the math? Said I'm rich forever. Ride a trap or die. Got my mind on this cheddar. Wish a nigga would. If a nigga try, leave brains on the step, laying next to his mind. Get it or die. That's the motivation. I tell it how it is. See the bullets penetration. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick.
Let's go.
Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up. Said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Kick the door, hit the floor.
Link in the chat. Link in the chat. Pull up on me.
Brains on the floor, homie. I want your bricks from my crib in the floor, homie. I'm talking dollars and them cents from my drawer, homie. Tie your bitch by the beat, I want it all, homie. You niggas like the deed, I let it off, homie. 100 pounds in the crib, I took it all, homie. I left the nigga by stairs where his bras on. 200,000 on the wrist and spit the charm on it.
Link in the chat, y'all.
His neck, that's a prize moment. Real niggas up back, no bases loaded. Pussy
Hey, let
trying
me
to
get myself together.
crazy homie. Bent the block up 10, left him in
Grab this free ski. About to load up ski.
son of Cobra.
You about to tune in.
The dog hit me
Show up, show out. Fight predictions, baby.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up.
Send out those
said he
notifications,
got lit.
YouTube.
Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a
Get
brick.
everybody in here. Get the panel in here, man. Start cooking.
Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick.
It's fight night, y'all. It's fight night. Let's get it. It's fight night. Top of the AM. Top of the AM. Fundora Thurman. Itauma Franklin. Pro Box got an event too. Ooh. It's going down tonight. Boxing lit today. Yes, it is. Boxing is lit today. Shout out to everybody. Link in the chat if you want to pull up. You know, you can come in here and cook. You feel me? Well, we on. We on. Another day, another dollar. All pressure and pain. Yeah, I'm getting myself together right quick. Let me get myself together. You know, pull up, show out like I always do. You know what it is. It's All Facts, No Pain Sport Podcast. I'm your host, One Thread. We don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. Shout out my co-host, Santos Boxing. You know what it is. You hear me? No, listen, we're going to always hold it down over here, man. We apply that pain. What's the pain? Huh, Skeet? What's the pain? What's the pain? Yeah, I'm just getting myself together. I'm play another song. We on Talk Skinny video drop next month. Let's go. Oh.
For all you niggas hating, here's a warning shot. I'm really in them trenches where you niggas not. Rolls from the slumbers, cops hit the block. Ducking from the D's when I flee the spot. 62 grams if a nigga flop. Drop it in the water, watch it all lock. Shorty hit my number, but she called block. Everybody not a gunner, fraud stop. Got me feeling like fab when the ball drop. Coke boy like French flood the whole block.
Uh-huh.
18.5 for a whole block. I'm talking 98 hove in a old rock. Big
Uh-huh.
fish in the water, frog stop. I'm everywhere in the city, y'all not.
Uh-huh.
5 on you bitches, check the shot clock.
Yes,
Take
sir.
one for the win, I'm in a hard time.
Yes,
Balance
sir.
dancing on you bitches while I
That's
call
right right
shots.
here.
Big one, I'm the one, call me Big I. 50 in a drum and stop your man dreams. Beam on the tip, Glock submachine. Sitting at the top, see the nosebleeds. Shorty hit my phone trying to roll E.
Yes, sir.
Highlights, sports center, we on the floor, see. Action main hall, she adore me.
Uh-huh.
Niggas hate a lot,
Fight
and the
night,
pain
baby.
drawn. Off from my slots when the day's long. I spit the
A
block,
lot
see
going
that
on
king
today,
talk.
man. Fight night, fight
17
tradition.
full brick in that king form.
Fundora
Bitch, I'm
Thurman
on game with the game
Itauma
caution.
Franklin.
Rest in peace, your
Naeem
whole
Day, he
game
got
with
a
the
chance to
game
kiss fight
offer.
today.
You a
Oh my
target,
God, let's
motherfucker.
do it.
Finger
Damn,
to
I
the
wish my
judge,
show,
cold
man,
hearted
hurry up and hit me
motherfucker.
up. You know what I'm saying? I want to
VVS
get that
cut,
fight, you
stones
know.
white motherfucker. Get
If
ice,
you do this,
motherfucker. This the
check
life,
the
young
email,
sucker.
please.
Yeah,
Check the
I
email,
turned
please. You
one into
know,
two though. Drop
especially like
black
15
Benz,
days
AMG
ago,
G2 though. I'm getting rich,
you
nigga,
called
pardon
it
me.
thing. You
Real
know,
street nigga, the hood honors me.
Robot got a fight today
Black and
too.
Mary jeans with his RT. Running up the digits with the
Fight
offering.
position, fight position.
Six
We're
figure
gonna get right
deals
into it.
plus marketing.
Uh,
Crushing all these bitches at
the
the
link
offer
definitely
rate.
in the chat.
Lay the foundation like
Shout
a
out to
carpenter.
Art Queen.
And some footies like yay, we the mafia.
Louis 13. That's me. Yeah, shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. You already know what it is. It's all facts, no pain sport podcast. We don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. Mr. Whip It to the oils, aka Arm and Hammer. Free my nigga H Money, man. Damn, H, you got pulled up. But besides that, let's get into it. You know, there's a lot to talk about today. You know, especially in the sport of boxing right now. What's going on in the sport of boxing? It's fight night. That's what the fuck going on. That's what's going on in boxing. It's fight night. Um, where y'all want to start at? Y'all want to start with the Magnificent Seven? Y'all want to start PVC? You know, we can start at you know, my son got a championship fight today. You know, and we can start at Pro Box. You know, Pro Box gonna always show up and show out. Got a great card. Boxing wins tonight. That's all I can say. Boxing wins tonight. It's a lot of fights to take from today. It's a lot of you know, you gotta do your homework. I mean, it's time to go to school today. So I'm definitely tuned in to each fight. So, you know, three different TVs, laptops. I'm watching every fight at the same time. But at the end of the day, you know, the Magnificent Seven. It's a lot of cool fights on there. You know, it's a bunch of big main event fights over there. Shout out Queensberry. Shout out Frank Warren. You know, yeah, this is a tough test for Moses Atama. Um, Franklin is very, very durable. You know, he's very strong too. You know, and he come to fight. You know, I'm hearing a lot of people like, "Oh, I hope it's not red." Like, bro, hey, come on, bro. Every time a person get an opportunity, you motherfuckers really think that you know certain people would take a dive. You know who's the ones, but nah, bro. When people come in there in the fight and display their heart and their showmanship towards the world, and you would think some shit like that would be crazy. But yeah, there's certain people that take dives, but this fight right here is far from it. This is a real tough test for Moses. You know, a lot of people thought Dillian was, and a lot of people thought, well, Dillian White took it was a dive. No, where he got hit at, that shit put him down. I mean, and his legs was gone from it. You got to understand, he's an older fighter, so you know, just by getting hit in this spot, you know, it take your legs from you. You know, the floor right beneath you, the canvas right under you, it just goes away. And every time you're trying to stand, like it's spaghetti legs, you know. And a time will punch very hard, you know. And Franklin does too, you know. And it's definitely a war. You know, the fight I like to see is Israel Teller. You know, that's my guy. I've been paying attention to Israel for a while. You know, even before Malik Scott was training me. You know, I would like to see how he doing his fight. And I forgot the other brother name. But you know, it's three fights that I'm really paying attention to on the Magnificent Seven. But the whole card lit. The whole Magnificent Seven Queensberry card is fire. You know, and plus Is Frank Warren and you Don King a heavyweight of the heavyweight division? You know? And shout out PBC, you know, yo, Zuffa, man, Zuffa is like a rapper that stays stealing bars from people, you know. But shout out Zuffa though, you know, PBC came out with their own belt first. I'm just saying though, you know. But shout out Zuffa, you know. Fun fact about Zuffa is, you know, you got a false rumor. You know, you see it on Facebook majority of the time. Edgar Berlanga signed for 10 million. It's crazy. You know, but me personally, if Zuffa just can become the promoters that they are, you know, they can do something great in the sport. You know, but the things you're trying to do with the UBO, create the I mean, with the UBO and the thing y'all creating, the pyramid, the Ponzi scheme, you know, and lobbying, you know, because if it was us, it's a called laundry, right? But with them, it's called lobbying, so it's cool for them motherfuckers to do that, right? But if we doing it, we going to jail, you know. And I'm talking about a felon. If you got a felon and you do some shit like that, you're going to jail. It doesn't matter what skin complexion, doesn't matter your nationality or race. If you are a felon, we can't. But the nigga, they racist towards felons, bro. That's how I see it. You're a felon, and all that nigga a felon, they racist towards. Like what the fuck, nigga? We know better business than you, nigga. We took the chances. They know what we know and get where we at. And I bet you we can run a fucking Fortune 500, nigga. We can run a Fortune 5 company, nigga. The top 5 companies. We can run that shit straight to the moon, nigga. Straight to the sun. Yeah, man. But the Magnificent Seven card is gonna be it probably be like out of those 7 fights, it probably be like 4 knockouts, three go the distance. Three goes the distance. You know, but getting on to my son, you know, shout out Naim De Jesus. You know, Naim De Jesus got a championship fight today. You know, you can check my community post if you're in the tri-state area, city of Philly, South Jersey, Delaware, Chester, Lancaster, Allentown, Reading, whatever. You know, pull up. You know, pull up the Upper Darby. You know, check out the community post. Son got a championship fight today, number 14 on the card. You know, hopefully my PO get to check their email again. You know, and give me an answer. You know, because I would like to go, you know, on my house arrest. So I'd love to go support my child. You know, 4th championship fight. You know, he already 3-0. You feel me? 3-time Golden Glove champion. He can become his 4th time this year. You know what I mean? Let's get it. But getting into Pro Box, shout out Pro Box. Pro Box got a cool card. It's a tough test for Acosta, if I'm not mistaken. That's the brother name. Um, we, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it do. But you know, all Pro Box cards be fire. You know, I'm waiting for Blast Foul Saint. Hey, Paulie. Hey, Chris. No, talk to El Jefe and tell him, man, what's up with the Real Blast Foul Saint, man. We need Blast back in that ring, man. That boy bring excitement to that ring, man. Bring Blast back. You know, we need Blast in that ring. But going on to the main card, top card of the day, you know, $75 for the pay per view. You know, we purchasing it, baby. But you know, they about to do some good numbers. From the prelims, you know, all the way to the card. The main card is fire. You know, from the heavyweights. You know, you got a Mexican, or he's a Mexican American against, you know, a Eastern European, you know, in this heavyweight division. You know, you know who I'm riding with us, man. Fuck these niggas talking about. I'm riding with the game, man. Mexico, Mexican American nigga, we bringing this shit home. You know what I mean? That nigga can't take body shots, bro. The nigga can't take body shots. You hear me? But at the end of the day, how we gonna push it on to the next fight? If I'm not mistaken, it's Elijah Garcia, Kevin Newman. Um, this is a tough fight. This is a tough fight for Elijah Garcia. Um, he in there with a real wolf. He in there with a real ape that's about to go ape shit. You know, I like Kevin Newman. You know, I always thought Kevin Newman was Bill Haney's son. But that's either here or there. But he might be his nephew. You feel me? But getting back to the story, you know, Elijah Garcia is a great fighter. And a lot of people be like, well, he got on days, he got off days. No. Sometimes when you get in that ring, that that opponent that's across from you is bringing that pain, that shit will change your whole game plan. Tyson said it the best. Tank said it the best. You can do all of that. You can boot. You can do all of that training shit until a motherfucker punch you, and then it's over. All of that training shit go out the window. Now it's survival. You in survival mode. But it's all about how you react, you know? And the nigga that's real defensive, it's less offense. And the person that got is more offense, like with the output, punch output and shit, it's less defense, so you're gonna get caught more. And the person that's in between is being a technician. You're master in the ring, you know your craft, you know your IQ. So, sometimes when I hear people talk about certain people IQs in boxing and being a defensive fighter, hey Timmy T, what up? And being a defensive fighter, I'll be like, well, if you so much on the defensive side, that means your offense is less. Your output is less. It's less offense. And the person that's more offensive, is less defense. Going to get caught more. And the person that's in between, like rolling with shots and shit, Moses stopped Franklin early will be impressive. AJ couldn't eat. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. This is a tough fight for Moses. Because to me, a lot of people trying to say Franklin going to take the dive. And me personally, I don't believe that. A lot of people thought Dillian White took the dive, and I'm like, come on, man. Look what Moses hit the nigga. Look what he hit him at. Like, come on, his legs was gone from him. Just look at the legs, and that was a great victory for Moses. But it was a long layoff to me. Like the layoff been a little long because we could at least got Moses or Kabayel fighting somebody. I mean, fighting each other and shit. But Frank Warren, shout out to Queensberry. Frank Warren, the Don King of the heavyweight division right now. But it's going to be a great fight, man. It's going to be a great fight. That's tough for me. Because I would like to see Moses get the rounds in. I would love to see him get the rounds in. 12-round fight. Stop him by the. If you can get the stoppage by the 10th in the championship rounds, it'd be great for it. Because we can see his engine, we get to see his tank, we get to see his legs, see how far can his legs carry him. I would love to see that, but we're gonna find out. But hey, I like to see what Israel Teller do. I've been following Israel Teller. I like how he rumbled. I feel as though like if he was to come over here to the States, even though he had Malik Scott, and he looked Malik Scott, he looked good under Malik. You about to see how he looked good right here. But if he was to come to like a Bozy, Coach Cal, Ronnie Shields, even Lamont Roach Sr., or even go over there to Sugar Store, to the Crunk Gym, or go fuck with the Rowling them, they'd tighten him up and he'd be more, way, way, way more explosive because he born with that shit. I like Israel Teller. But I said in that card we probably get 4 knockouts, three going the distance. But I was where I was at, I was on the Kevin Newman and Elijah Garcia situation. And I got Kevin Newman going to show up and show out. Hey Kev, this your opportunity right here, baby. This your opportunity right here. All pain. You feel me? All pain. I like Kevin Newman in that one. So my first 2 picks, I'm riding with the Mexican. I don't know if he's from Mexico or Mexican nigga. I'm keeping it home for Jerome, nigga. Not the Eastern European out or go the distance, whatever. Nigga. Get the victory. I'm going with Kevin Newman. Now this Yo-Yo and Terrell fight is crazy. Because Terrell Boucher ain't like, bro, he's a real he know his position. He's a real gatekeeper. Get them M's, my nigga, get those M's, but he's gonna bring pain. I like Yo-Yo in this fight, but it's a tough fight. Could it be a knockout? Because I'm gonna keep it tall, y'all. Y'all probably like, yo, facts tripping, bro. This is a 50-50 fight. You watch Cachet, man, like that brother can really fight. That brother can really fucking rumble, man. He can really rumble. He can rumble his ass off. I like Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is switch hitter. He just remember how when Jim Carrey put the mask on And he became, I guess, see how his jaw, what he became when he put the mask on. Yo-Yo remind me of Boots putting the mask on. I mean, he looked like a diesel ass Boots. He's a good switch hitter, good power. You know, I told y'all thought I was lying. Boots and Yo-Yo, you know, they dropped Canelo in sparring. I told y'all that y'all motherfuckers don't be believing nothing I say. I told you, Boots, Yo-Yo dropped Canelo in sparring. Blast Valve Saint had that nigga stumbling. Now, I mean, but I like to keep that in the cut ski. But you just heard it here, you know. But I'm just stamping because me and Santos been said this shit. We been said this shit when he was in camp for Bud. Why you think Bud stood in the southpaw's position the whole fight? He never won orthodox in the Canelo fight. He stood in the southpaw position. Cause that's how that no, them niggas was putting pain on him. But Canelo was looking so good, the paint, the work he was putting in, it was like, but no, that's either here or there. Shout out to Bud, 3-time undisputed champ. Um, but this one, it's a 50-50 fight. You know, I like Yo-Yo a lot, but this is a tough test for Yo-Yo. You know, Terrell ain't sweet, man. This shit ain't sweet, man. Any change on you? No, I'm rocking with Thurman, nigga. Timber. You know, oh yeah, Brian Mendoza. Brian Mendoza. Uh, uh, um, and Telez. You know, shout out my co-host Santos Box and Santos picking Telez. You know, I got this being a 50-50 fight too. You know, even though Telez dropped the ball, even though Telez fucked the bag up, instead of fighting a box by rule, you should have fought Boots. Boots, now I mean, was moving up to come fight you, and the winner out of that fight, when this nigga was vacating, would have been King the WBA champ, but you end up fighting Abbas Barul. And what I thought in that situation when Boots fought Stanionis, and that was his last fight, you know, PBC, and just like we thought he was gonna stay on that side and go, but he ended up going back with Eddie, and PBC was like, nigga, fuck you. You're not fighting Abbas Barul, a main event. We're gonna hold this Lubin purse off for a little bit. Nigga, you're not getting a boxing fight. That's how he got the Lima fight. Just letting y'all know. Because remember, Boots was the Unified Ring Magazine lineal champion at 147. WBA, IBF. So it's mandatory, automatically, y'all want to go up and fight the champion. But he couldn't. You feel me? Telez ended up fighting the Boss Barrow. You know what I mean? Because he was the WBA interim champion. Telez was. People got to go do their homework. And then when you look at Bachram, remember Lubin beat Holmes. So Lubin was all automatic mandatory. So you got Pro Box PBC, then you got main event PBC. They keeping that shit in the house. Now we gonna let this nigga stall out. We're gonna stall this little nigga out. She came over here, nigga. Nigga when Karen, rest in peace, Karen Duncan, or when the late Karen Duncan passed, you should have stood over here. We would have made you into a people star. Because at that time, remember, Charlo got all the belts. Know what I mean? Especially at 147, or you could be gonna move you up to 154. Charlo got all the belts. We would have probably seen Boots at 154 back in 2022, 2023. No. I'm mistaken. 2024. 2024, yeah, because I caught the case 2024. When I caught the case, I called home and people, some CEOs that knew me in the jail was like, yeah, yo, Boots signed with Eddie and shit. Because I talk that shit, man. People like, I be cooking niggas. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. With this Telez and Brian Mendoza fight, you got to remember, Brian Mendoza the one that cracked that button on Fundora. You think Thurman ain't going to do that shit, my nigga? You think Thurman ain't going to do that shit? A lot of people ain't. Listen, it's going to be the same thing. Listen, man. Brian Mendoza, Telez is a 50-50 fight. I'm going with a draw. Because I like both fighters. And this is a tough fight. Mendoza can definitely get the knockout. He been robbed a lot of times. Mendoza beat Boachuk. They robbed him for the Boachuk fight. Even when Michael Fox was whooping Boachuk ass, they robbed him, and people put Boachuk, he was a bitch. Know what I mean? Boachuk was a little bitch. Know what I mean? They always got exposed. But you corny ass niggas. And I'm glad Oscar came out here and stated everything we've been saying on this motherfucking channel. The Ring Magazine and they rank is a suspect. They fucked the game up. And y'all people believe anything. And both the Ring Mag, what Oscar said, look at, I seen that. Hey, yo, what weight? because they was talking about it. I think it's a fight. It's a fight on there. They got it. They got it. They moved it to 172 right now. Was it that fight? Was it the Terrell and Yo-Yo fight they moved? Yeah, he got it. He got it. Hey Tim, because I was on the line. Shout out Mill City Boxing. Shout out the Assassin. Shout out Soup. Know what I mean? Undisputed lineal champions at Judah. You know, um, when we was on there, Fox, the Assassin man, Assassin was like, yo, like his footwork great, the power is excellent. Like, don't be surprised he put him down in 7. You know. And the only reason I say that about Fundora, we watched, him and Lubin fight was crazy, but the person that knocked you the fuck out is on that card. The blueprint is right there. All you gotta do attack the body, and that shit gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. And between the 7th and 9th, Fundora gonna go down. But Fundora can get Thurman. Don't get me fucked up. No, it's a 50-50 fight. But I'm rocking with one time. I'm rocking with one time on this. You know? These people drunk. You know? But yeah, man. Damn, it's gonna go down. All I know is gonna go down today. This fight shit gonna be crazy today. They gonna be going to war, bro. What time does Itauma fight start? Like over there. It start like around 5 o'clock. Start like around 5 o'clock. Hey man, this is my OG, man. Look at my OG, man. Look what you got in this with that, y'all. So I work for, man. I got the dog in me. Roof, this nigga's crazy, you know what I mean? You feel me? But yeah, this joint gonna be popping. Thurman by KO was 500 plus toast, bread on it. Yeah, listen, you gotta put it. Hey Tim, you gotta drop it on it. No, I think Spence, this boy, Tim Zoo got to fight. Tim Zoo fighting April 4th. He's fighting the kid, I think Dennis Norja, something like that. He's 20-0 with 9 KOs. So the winner out of that Spence get. But to me, this is to me what I'm feeling. They trying to get Tim Zoo back on a winning circuit, and to get him back on that winning circuit is beating an undefeated fighter. And sometimes it can be cherry picking going wrong. But it's another Eastern European. I think he's from like Germany or Denmark or something. His name Dennis Dennis, something like that. Norja, 20-0, 9 KOs. April 4th. That's next Saturday. So next Saturday we'll see Tim Zoo in the ring. And if I'm not mistaken, the winner out of that we'll see Spencer. But supposedly, Tim's supposed to win that fight, and then July we get Spencer and Zoo. That's the talks. That's the talks. And I broke that news like 2-3 days ago. About that fight. But yeah, the winner out of this, what's so crazy about this one is like Fundora don't want to unify. Because I understand where Fundora coming from, how he got stripped of the WBO. Nigga, the WBO was top ranked belt. So it's either you're gonna fight a top ranked fighter, or you're gonna get that shit up. And you know how Oliver with the ball Oliver, whatever his fucking name is, you know how they playing. Nigga, give me that. Taking that. You know what I mean? And that be the game, man. That should be crazy. But with Thurman, one thing about Thurman, if Thurman wins, he won all of the smoke. We can see Thurman Charlo, banger. We can see Thurman Spence finally, banger. You feel me? The winner out of Boots and Xander, we can get a unification. But Josh Kelly is still out there. It's a title still out there. But this is the crazy thing. If Virgil Ortiz comes back this year, he's the biggest duck of the century. And listen. Oscar De La Hoya, Rick Morengian, I peeped the bullshit. Bro. It's all smoking. You see that mirror behind me? It's up right where I'm pointing at with my thumb. It's all smoke and mirrors, bro. That shit all y'all did all this just to duck a fighter. Y'all went to fake court and everything just to duck a fucking fighter, bro. Real rap. I promise y'all, watch. If we see Virgil back in the ring, he's the biggest duck of the century. That nigga the biggest duck. That nigga the biggest duck. But yeah, like I say, man, this fight right here with Thurman and Fundora is a 50-50 fight. You know, you can't forget Fundora history. You know, they sat him on his back pocket a lot of times. You know, Brian Mendoza gave him an ass bag for 1999. So Lubin sat him on his back pocket. So when you look at Thurman have a chance, yet, man, plus Thurman never been stopped. Thurman never been stopped. Got great legs, his boxing style different. And people need to know is when you got power, your power don't go away first, man. It don't. It don't. And for him to be the age that he is and moving how he's moving, and he got that pop, people won't be surprised. Remember, it take two to tango. So Thurman gonna feel his shit, and Fundora gonna feel Thurman shit. You know, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. You know, because you got to look at Fundora. Fundora, you know, he's in school, Harvard. Shout out Fundora going to Harvard. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a great fight though. That's why I say boxing wins. This boxing wins tonight. With all of these fights, boxing wins tonight. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. How y'all thinking it's gonna go? You know, hey Tim, how you, what do you feel about the fight, my nigga? You feel me? What do you feel about the fight? You think this nigga can because a lot of people think Fundora gonna get the stop. A lot of people think Fundora gonna you know, like he's gonna mock Keith. Like he's gonna mock Thurman. Um this is no disrespect, right? When he fought Fundora, I mean when Fundora fought Tim Tszyu, I always called this shit. I always said Tim Tszyu wasn't that to me. You know, when I see certain fighters, hold the fuck up. These niggas banging this dumbass Spanish music right now, fucking up my. Bro, like this shit be wicked. I'm coming around, ding, 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 man. Turn that shit the fuck off, man. You know, but yeah, hold on, this motherfucker just spun the block again. I always thought Tim Tszyu, just like Devin Haney, though Tim Tszyu, Devin Haney is the new Americana of this generation. I always thought that shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on Facebook. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to Barbie Mania. Shout out to motherfucking my brother JR. JR, what up? What up? What up? Shout out to everybody on Facebook tuned in. You hear Ski? I appreciate you, man. Follow a nigga. You hear Ski? Comment, motherfucker. We big. But at the end of the day, hey Mugga, I see you. Tasker Street, what up? You know, but yeah, getting back to these new American niggas like a Devin Haney and Tim Tszyu. When Charlo got the opportunity to fight Canelo and how they stripped him and he paid the sanctioning fees, but the IBF, I don't know, it just was weird. It just was weird. It just was real, real fucking weird. You know, I always told people Tim is not that. You know, Tim is not that. And people are like, oh, I'm like, just look at the competition. You know, and the reason I state that because when people say Tim Tszyu fought all these tough guys, right? And when you compare Tank resume, you watch Tank resume age like fine wine, and you watch the stupidest dumb motherfuckers in the world be like, Tank ain't fight nobody. But nigga, everybody that he fought, you're fighting and they're on your resume. But he ain't fight nobody. but he knocked them niggas out and you did. I watched when Ryan was like, yeah, nigga, I fought Fonseca. They on now, all right, I'm about to watch that shit. Well, when Ryan said I fought Fonseca, remember Tank fought Fonseca too and knocked him out. But y'all give Ryan that credit, but not Tank. It's just like with Jerron Boots Ennis. When you look at Virgil's resume and Bub's resume, Boots fought the same opponents they did. All right, Bub fought him, Boots fought him, then Virgil fought them niggas years later after these two brothers knocked them out, right? But it's cool when those other two motherfuckers fight. But when Boots or Tank demolish niggas, and you be like, you know? But getting back to Tank, you know, and this Tim Zoo situation, how people was calling Tim Zoo the boogeyman at the time, and I'm like, how when Charlo was undisputed, he's beating all of the fucking champions. He the one that's walking around collecting those joints. If you think Tim Zoo like that, nigga, have him fight Brian Costanzo. I bet you Brian Costanzo will beat dog shit out that nigga. Stop playing with me, you know. But with this Tim and Earl situation, you know, you see Earl, you see a big Charlo, Ronnie Shields, whatever, Lonnie, goddamn, how many times you gonna change your name, nigga? This shit must be like a Mandela effect or something, right? Like, nigga they just changing motherfucking parallel universes. This nigga was Ronnie to Lonnie, from Lonnie to Ronnie, like, nigga, what's your fucking name? Like, they switched this shit up like the Berenstein Bears name. No, listen to me. I'm just saying, because when you look at people like, bro, what make it your fucking resume age like fine wine is the people you beat, the people you stop, and the niggas become champions after that. And they like, come on, bro. It gets no greater than that, man. Fighting niggas on the decline is crazy. You know, fighting niggas on the decline is crazy. I'm just saying, you know, we seen this shit with Floyd. We seen it with Floyd. You know, and I'm just saying, like, look at Devin, like, come on. Who became a champion besides Ryan, but it's a no contest because Ryan beat him, you know? Devin Haney resume that became a champion after. And we're not going to use the Lomachenko situation because in 2022, all of that shit was in court with the Top Rank and the mob boss, the Kalani mob. Me now. Oh my God. Damn, they jacking me now. Damn, already, man. Dang, y'all zapping the nigga already, man. This should be corny, yo. It'd be real corny, bro. Let me go get some tea, man. We put a motherfucking song on real fast, y'all. Give me a second, y'all, please.
Bitches love the boy, I'm with the gunplay. Treat the interstate like a runway. Cops spin the block, dogs one way. Trap for Monday to next Monday. Gorilla in a trap, what my fun say. K with a strap, let my gun spray. Bitch hit my line on a Thursday. Louis beat the pussy, check the wordplay. Dope to the 8, pitch it all day. Real dope dealer, bet 10 chains. Audemars, all brick age. Plug in Puerto Rico, trip NBA. Meetings on dude, talking big weight. 5 in the mail, peep your bitch face. Fuck about the shore, on Ox Ray the place. Push a whole half at the Mandalay. I leave you more than work, I'm not your ordinary. Living on the boat, coke extraordinary. I leave you more than work, I'm not your ordinary. Shipping on the boat, coke extraordinary.
So extraordinary. Let's go. So right now, do you have to score in pound for pound less? Hey, I can't put them on a pound for pound list. 'Cause like I say, like this pound for pound list is fake. It's all fucking lies. You know, and the reason I don't put core on there because they never had T.O. ranked on there, and T.O. should have been on the pound for pound list because he was a two-time lineal Ring Magazine champion. He still was the Ring Magazine champ. You know, that's why I say like I don't I don't count T.O. being on there. You know, since T.O. wasn't on there, we can't do that. Even with the Brian Norman situation, we all know Brian Norman wasn't no motherfucker. Boots was the Ring Magazine champion. You know, once Boots moved up, everybody wanted to come out. Like, get the fuck up out of here. You know, and that, you know, I can't rank them niggas like, yo, like, you pound for pound because you did. Nah, I can't. You heard me, Tim? I can't. You know, other people might do, but I can't. And the reason, like I say, they never had none of T.O. never was ranked on there, so they played T.O. So how you? I always said that, and me and Santo said that shit. How y'all gonna rank him up there now? Y'all never had Teofimo up there, and he was the Ring Magazine champ. But you got to remember, everybody that they got ranked up there is a Ring Magazine ambassador. They fucked the whole Ring Magazine up. People don't even know how the Ring Magazine is supposed to be ranked. Them boys fucked that joint up. And people be thinking they rankings be official. No, they showing you what they can do. Boots was a Ring Magazine champion, nigga, and they ain't even ranked him. Teofimo was a Ring Magazine champion, my nigga, and they ain't even ranked him. But you want to rank these niggas? You know, people got to make that shit make sense, you know? And that's what I find to be very interesting. That's what I find to be very interesting. Like how the fuck Virgil Ortiz is number one and the nigga don't even got a belt? You feel me? How? You ain't fought no five top. The body sanctions you win. And in the division and you win. You ain't even fight one of the top 5 opponents yet. Like, come the fuck on. Like, come on, how y'all doing y'all rankings? All y'all doing their rankings because these niggas is ambassadors. And that's the shit I don't agree with, bro. That's the shit I don't agree with. Wait, man, left? Huh? That shit be crazy. That's why I be like, that's why I be like, damn, bro, I don't be trusting you. Go check. You know, that's why I don't be like, that shit, I don't know, the shit just be weird. It just be weird. I don't be believing. Like, I don't know, like I said, it should just be weird. Ever since Turkey purchased that shit, he fucked it up. You know, I'm gonna always say that. And I'm glad Oscar having some balls now, stating everything we've been saying. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. We've been saying this shit the whole time, bro. You know? So imagine what these niggas gonna do. But people gotta understand about the Ali Act too. It's only headed to the Senate. That shit can still get shot down. Cause you gotta remember, them niggas secretly held those court hearings, so no promoters, no like fighters, nobody can support it and have legs. And you feel me? So by you having these secretly things, you know, and John, the rep from Georgia, you know, and lobbying, like, bro, this shit about to get real crazy. No, but yeah, if Shakur was if Teofimo was ranked, you know, like you gotta respect him, but they never had Teofimo ranked, so how the fuck Shakur just gonna catch her and become ranked? Nah, it don't go like that, man. Well, dumb it do, but that shit don't go like that. Back up, my son. This motherfucker. Yeah, well, I'm about to get up on out of here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, gave y'all my prediction. You know, well, my guy Santos, you know, Santos got Telez in the Brian Mendoza fight. Um, I don't know. I think he got Moses Itauma, you know. And hey, son, you say you got Fundora, right? I think my nigga got Fundora. Yeah, but right now, what you call it's on right now, the prelims for the Franklin situation and Moses Itauma. So you know, I'm about to tune into that right quick. You know, gotta see how my predictions turn out. Right now, you know, thanks everybody tuning in. Let me run through these motherfucking comments. Shout out to Art Queen. Shout out 1-3. Shout out Louis Hazza. Shout out my guy Timmy T88. You already know what it is. Tri-State, what it is. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. Shout out me. You know. Shout out my guy Frontline. Shout out OTB Boxing School. You know, Ski. Shout out We Fight All Night. I think we fight all night when we talk about it too today too. Um, Shout out We Fight All Night. Go over there, tune in to my guy. You know, hey, Frontline round one. Shout out those brothers. You know, Nostradamus picks tonight, y'all. You know, shout out everybody. Shout out D1. Shout out everybody, man. Hey, Hannibal, what up, nigga? I see you in the comments. Hey, Duke, I see you, my nigga. You know? Yeah, shout out everybody, man. I appreciate you. You know, up on out of here. Dollar.